Montreal welcome, the warmest welcome ever for our Double Diamond Director, Mr. Calvin Becerra. Oh, you're the best. There you go, there you go.
Thank you, thank you.
See, I get to squeeze in a few kisses here.
Yeah, it's the third introduction for me today, so you guys already know who I am. So I'm excited to get up here and train before you guys today. There's many things I could train on, but we have limited time. This is a regional event, so I just selected something that I thought if I trained on it today, it can help you, give you some good value, and you can go apply that into your life, apply that into your business, take action, and get some incredible results today. So the first thing I want to just say, make sure this is working, is that complexity is the enemy of execution. The question that complexity is the enemy of execution. And if there's one question you can ask yourself today is, what can you stop doing today to simplify your life? What can I stop doing today in my business to simplify the results I'm getting, to simplify my outcome? Because most people think that because there are so many very successful people in Jeunesse, and our levels are sometimes thought to be unreachable, that we must be doing some incredible things. There must be some magic, some secret sauce. There must be some magic knowledge this guy's going to give us today that's going to really help us become a diamond one day. And the reality is that there is no secret. You know, it's applying yourself day in and day out, trying the things that you learn, failing at those things, and then readjusting your sail until you get better and until you become a professional in this business. There's a book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It's an incredible book. And in that book, Outliers, there's a chapter called 10,000 Hours. And in that chapter, he lays out the plan of a professional. And he says that everybody who does anything with meaning, with passion, everybody wants to become successful. Everybody wants to get those successful results. Everybody wants to be a professional at what it is they do and what it is they dream about every single day. But the reality is that you can never expect to get the results of a professional if you have not put in your 10,000 hours. And if you worked at your craft day in and day out, full-time every single day, part-time every single day, whatever time you put in, you have to really measure the amount of time you put in before you expect to get the results that you've always wanted. And I'm one of those people that's realistic. I know that it's going to take hard work before I get anything that's worthwhile, but it's going to be worth it all the while. And I don't expect to have an overnight success, because there's no such thing as an overnight success. There's such thing as over many nights to get to success. There's a keynote speech that I've given called Overnight Success, and people expect that during that speech I'm going to give my secret. But the reality is I give my life story about where I started to get to Double Diamond in Jeunesse, starting at 8 years old, before I was in network marketing. You know, knocking on doors and washing cars and doing yard work and helping the older people carry their groceries home and collecting tips and helping my mom pay the bills, and then paying my way through a private high school at 15 years old, working 3 jobs a day, taking the bus to the train every single day, only having 3 or 4 hours of sleep, paying my way through that high school to go to a university on a full ride scholarship, because all the while I got perfect grades and was one of the best athletes in my sports. To take me to real estate to succeed, to take me to network marketing to succeed, but it's my story that really helped me achieve success. It's the hours I put into creating a work ethic that was unlike anybody else's work ethic that I knew to get to where I am. It's understanding that it's going to take failure in order to have success, and it's going to take facing up adversity and challenges and obstacles in order to get to success. There's no straight bridge to the other side of the rainbow, to the pot of gold. Right? Zigzags, ups and downs. You're going through, you know, the Nile River of crocodiles and everything else in order to get to where you want to be. But I understand that, and that's what I know. So I want to let you guys know that the more you think about what is the secret, the more you try to guess about what we're doing different than what you're doing, is the more you're going to go slower in this business. Okay? It's the common things, it's the simple things that get us to success, done over and over and over and over again. It's being willing to fail and learn and readjust and just get better. But if I can help you simplify your life, simplify your business today, it's 3 things that I've broken it down to. And it's 3 things I talk about regularly to my teams, and I try to get them on track and focused, because people like to do things that are out of the ordinary. They try to do crazy things that no one else is doing. They try to build their entire business online, when this is also not just a high-tech business, but a high-touch business, face-to-face, person-to-person, creating relationships. But there are 3 things that I want to teach you about today that are going to get you to become successful in your business. The 3 things, and I'm going to go through them. But the first is customers. Okay? Bringing in customers into your business. This isn't just a business of bringing in leaders, bringing in people who buy big packages, bringing in people who have huge networks of people, bringing in team builders. It's about customers. The second thing is sponsoring or recruiting leaders, builders. And the third thing is building depth. And I'm going to talk about those 3 things in detail right now for you. So customers. Most people, when I get up here and I speak and I train on becoming successful in the business, most people just expect me to talk about recruiting high-level people that are going to create duplication in my business and take me to diamond overnight. The reality is that I can never recruit high-level people. I can never recruit business-minded people if I don't have some real good testimonies and stories of products. Because nobody wants to build anything. No one wants to promote anything that they don't believe in themselves, that they don't know for a fact that works, that they don't know somebody who has somebody close to them that is benefiting from products. So customers are going to help you market your business better. And that's how I've always started any network marketing company, is first proof of concept. Do the products work? Do they do what they say they're going to do? What is the magic behind the product? Who are the doctors behind the products? What is the story? What are the testimonies? Those types of things. But customers are people that don't care about the business. They care about the products. And if they're getting results on the products, they continue to use them over and over and over again. And why do they order every month? Because they're out of product and they need more. That's the point. It creates real residual income in your business. Network marketing isn't just about creating your own business and becoming an entrepreneur, but it's about creating a business that pays you over and over again. It's passive income. It's residual income. It's the thing that you don't get in the traditional business world. In the traditional business world, which I know, owning my own business, right, the business that I got this month wasn't the business I was going to get next month. I had to do it over and over and over again. Every month I started at 0. In network marketing, because of a company like this and because of products like Jeunesse has in the youth enhancement system, every month I do not start at 0. Every month, my month starts bigger than it was last month, because there are more people ordering, there are new customers that have joined, and they continue to order and order every month. It creates a residual income that pays me whether I'm working next month or not. But it creates a base income, okay? Of course, I have an incredible business. I have leaders all around the world. I have sapphires and sapphire 50s and sapphire elites and rubies and emeralds, diamonds and double diamonds in my business, okay, that are going to help me create a massive income. But I have an incredible base income of thousands of people who are just using the products. That's it. They're not building a business. They're not talking to people about it. They're not out sponsoring people. They're not even earning commissions. That's not why they're here. They're using the products. That creates a base income, a guaranteed income. Whether it's $200 a month or $500 a month or $5,000 a month, it matters to people. They want to be involved in a business where, regardless of the residual income, there's that base income. And that's from customers who are having real stories, who are having real breakthroughs, who are getting real results from products. And we have many, many products. I don't expect anything magical to happen in someone's life. I don't expect someone to come to tell me how, and there are some amazing stories, but I don't expect people to come tell me how their mother's cancer is gone. Okay? I just want people to tell me I love that product because of the way it makes me feel. I have more energy. I sleep better. My kids are taking it every single day. That's enough for me. There are so many different things. I love people that come to me to say, hey, I was already using similar products to these, but yours are better. That's why I take them every month. Right? It's these real stories. It creates passive income. But also what's important about getting customers is that it helps you become bonus qualified, because a big part of our compensation plan has to do with customers, not people building the business, right? When you get the extra check match on your first level that goes from 20% all the way to 30%, it's because you have 5 to 10 customers that are ordering every single month. They give you the same 5 to 10 people. I've been involved in Jeunesse for over 4 years, 4.5 years now. And when I first started, I had no customers. And I was wondering how I was going to get customers. How quickly can I get customers? How can I get 5 or 10? You'll understand that as you start using the product and you start building your own stories and you start sharing the products with people that are close to you and they start getting their own stories, it's going to be very easy for you to start to get customers. What seemed like a very big number to me, which was 5 or 10 when I started in this business, today is nothing, because I have over 100 customers, just normal customers that I've personally brought in that are just using the product every month. My mom, my twin brother, my best friend, people that I meet through other people, just customers. Of course, I would wish they would build the business, but it doesn't matter to me. As long as they're using product, that creates an income source for me. That's passive residual income. But I'm just telling you that it helped me become bonus qualified at my first 5 to 10 people. If you're a founder in this company, we all know you need 5 customers to get every single month to get the founder's bonus, and it could be the same 5 people. My brother, my mom, my best friend, just them 3 ordering every month count as 3 customers every single month, and it grows from there. But focus on creating that customer base to start your business, that base income, and it grows and grows. Don't worry about the person sitting next to you that just brought in 15 new business builders this year, and you only brought in 15 customers, okay? It's all the same, trust me. Even some of your best customers will one day become your best builders. That's what I'm telling you. I've had customers after 2 years who have some amazing story of somebody they know that sparked them to want to just build a big business. So trust me, customers are very important. The next one is recruiting or sponsoring leaders. Now, of course, this is important because this is how you create real duplication in your business. At the very beginning of your network marketing career, you're going to feel like you're all alone in this business, on this planet, on this new world you're in, called network marketing. It's a business, just like any other business someone starts outside. You're on your own, you have a product, and you have to go market the product, okay? But in this business, you're out there doing the one-on-ones, you're out there doing the meetings, you're sharing the plan. The company has all the tools and resources so you don't have to do it on your own, okay? You're letting the tools talk. You're letting them watch a video before you meet with them one-on-one. You don't have to meet with them to share the entire business verbatim. There are videos, there are webinars that you can invite them to. There are recorded webinars on YouTube that you can share with them so they can get all their questions answered, and then you can meet with them after to answer any questions that they have. But you're looking for business builders, okay? And it's all you at the beginning. But as soon as you get 1, as soon as you get 2, as soon as you get 3, it gets easier and easier because now you start to realize you're not the only one out there working day to day. There's one new person. It could be 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road and you've brought in 15 new people, but one of them is duplicating what you're doing. That makes your life a lot easier and it gets you that much more excited, okay? But business builders, this is what's going to create duplication in your business. This is what's going to get your business running with or without you, and it's going to create motivation. And you're going to realize that over time, you're going to sponsor a group of more people until another one creates duplication. Most people in network marketing, they think that because they sponsor 10, all 10 are going to do the business. It doesn't work like that. You have to understand the numbers. And when you understand the numbers, you can set better goals every single month. I know that out of every 3 to 5 people I speak to about Jeunesse, 1 joins, okay? Not everybody joins. I don't just go up to people and say, hey, my name's Calvin Becerra, I'm in Jeunesse Global, I'm a double diamond. They wouldn't even know what that is. I'd probably scare them away. Or they think this guy has a big ego, right? I'm just like you, right? I'm just a normal person. I don't just go randomly share my business. I want to build a relationship first. To me, there's no such thing as the cold market. I don't go talk to strangers. There are some people in here that might have an incredible skill set to just cold call people or talk to strangers. I don't do that. I look for opportunities to put myself in places where I can meet new people, through friends, through people that I already know. I look for opportunities to put myself in places where the people in that room are looking for an opportunity, okay, or they have the same interest as me. My whole goal in life is just to continue to make new friends, whether it's at church, whether it's at networking groups, it's at networking events, or whether it's at a birthday party or going out to dinner with a friend or a family, meeting their friends. I'm always looking to get introduced to new people, and through conversation, through building a relationship, eventually I'll identify an opportunity to talk about Jeunesse or to talk about my products. I don't randomly say, hi, my name's Calvin, what do you do for a living? I don't do that. And sometimes people expect me to come up here and give you my 30-second elevator speech to a stranger. I don't do that. To me, that's weird. And I know that there are some talented people out there that can do that, but I want to let you guys know that I'm a double diamond just by being a normal person. To me, a normal person, just through meeting new people, building new relationships, and then eventually finding the opportunity to plant a seed with them. And there are people that I meet that I don't tell about Jeunesse for 2 months, 6 months, maybe even a year before I have the opportunity to share it with them. But my whole goal is not just meeting a person to sign them up. My whole goal is to meet people, to build relationships, to eventually find the opportunity to give them Jeunesse as a solution to a problem they might have with their health, or to help them increase their health, or an opportunity for them to earn an income, or to build a business or create a lifestyle for their family. And that's what it's about. And so I'm telling you that when I put people in my business, I don't have any real big expectations from them. I don't expect them to just go out and become an executive overnight and to become my next Sapphire. All I expect from them is to introduce me to 2 people. I want them to become an executive. That's my most important thing. But introduce me to people that you know. Introduce me to people that you know that care about you, that want to see you succeed, that would support you if you started your own business tomorrow. Introduce me to people that you know that are open-minded. Introduce me to people, I call them the S, I's, and O's. S, I, and O. Successful, influential, and outgoing. Anybody you know that possesses those types of character qualities, someone who's had success before, whether it's past or present, someone who has influence, someone that people trust, someone that people go to advice, or just someone that's outgoing, that's the life of the party. They don't have to be successful, but people love to be around them. If you know people like that, those are most of the time the most successful people in our business. And all I want new people to do is just put people in front of me, because I know through people is where I found my leaders. In my business, I personally have many diamonds. But I'm telling you, of my personal diamonds, my personal line diamonds, they are not anybody that I've personally enrolled in the business. Okay? My diamonds I found in the depth, and I'll teach you about that on the next slide. But in this business, it's not about who you know, it's about who they know. Right? Your goal is to find a way to introduce people to Jeunesse, to hopefully get them to say, yes, I'm interested in the products or the business, and through them, have them introduce you to the network. And through their people, have them introduce you to their network. And you continue that process until you identify that leader, that person you think is going to be incredible. And then you work with them, and you put your time in them, and you invest in those people. And it helps everybody in that line. We talked about something yesterday during the event, and it went along the lines of, it's not about what works, it's about what duplicates. You don't have to, because you might think that you give the most amazing Jeunesse presentation, and you can answer the questions the best on your team, and you know everything about the products the most on your team, and you think that you're going to have to do everything for everybody on your team because that's what works, or that's what's working. I'm telling you, eventually you'll get to a point where you're tired, and this isn't a business. The business owns you. You don't own the business. It's not about what works, it's about what duplicates. You have to let people use the tools to share the business. The people at the meeting, the people that are there to listen to your business for the first time, are either going to say yes or no. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how great your process works. It's about what duplicates. The people that are there that are looking for an opportunity are going to say yes, and the people that are there that aren't are always going to say no. Right? The best presenters on your team will still have people that say no. It's not because of them that people join, or because of them that people don't join. It's because of the person in the seat and what's going through their mind. Are they looking for something? Are they looking? Is how they're going to get started. But what I'm telling you is that you have to create a simplified process in your business when you're looking for business builders to be able to make them see, if I join this business today, could I do what he just did, or could I do what she just did? Right? And if you're pressing play on a video, if you're getting them on a webinar, if you're sharing product with them, they're going to see this is very simple what she just did. Even me as a double diamond, when I have a new prospect, most people on my team expect that I'm going to give them the most amazing explanation of what Jeunesse is in 5 minutes. But I never do that. I let them watch a video first. I don't waste any of my time on anybody. I want them to make the commitment first to just watch a 20 or 30 minute video, or whatever it is, a webinar. I want to see if they can invest 20, and then I follow up with them, ask them what they like best about the video. I'm sure you have questions, and if they ask me questions about the compensation plan or things that I can share with them with another video, I'll send them another quick link to a video, and then I'll follow up with them after. when their questions are answered, I'll meet them one-on-one to share with them my vision, my goals, and I'll find more about them and then get them started. But I'm just telling you, I always walk people through a process that I want to see my newest person do. Okay? My newest person is always watching me to learn what they're going to have to do if they said yes to this business tonight. And if they're watching someone who's very successful, press play, let a tool talk, they're going to think, I can do what he does. I can do what she does. Okay? But when I'm building a business, if I want to create duplication, those are the types of things that I have to do if I want to see real mass duplication. I have to always keep things simple. And there are times when I'm doing a webinar online and I'm sharing the presentation, and I can give a great 35-minute presentation. The same one the company uses, the same one you all have in your virtual office, okay? But most of the time, I record that webinar, and my team gets to use that over and over and over and over again. They don't need me in their home. Most of the time, they don't need to do their own meeting in their home. They're just letting a tool talk. They're playing the webinar. I'm creating duplication. And the third thing is building depth. Building depth. This is what I call the taproot. And for any of you who have been involved in this type of industry for quite a while, you've heard about the taproot method. And it's a natural thing that most leaders do without even knowing about it. And when you hear someone talk about it, you say, I've been doing that. And it's called taprooting. In my business, let me just share with you my first year in network marketing, okay? I was 26 years old, never been involved in network marketing before. Today I'm 38, but I started when I was 26. And in my first year of network marketing, I personally signed up 37 people, okay? Most people think that's not a lot, but in network marketing, you don't need a lot. People just think you do. You're gonna have to sponsor an enormous amount of people to get to where you are. If that were the case, I wouldn't be here, okay? Even to me, that sounds ridiculous and too hard, okay? But in the reality is that I sponsored a group of people, and then I taprooted in depth to identify the leaders. And just through me saying that sentence, you probably can already envision what I did. But from 37 people, of course, my goal at the beginning was to help them all become executives, okay? Was to have them put their network in front of me, because I want them to create that first level to earn that first commission so they can see this is real. No matter what anybody tells me out there, every skeptical person, I've made money in network marketing, okay? But the reality is that you can't make everybody want to make money. You can't make everybody work. You can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink, as you've heard before. It's the same thing in any business, including our business. All right? I can give them all the tools. I can share with them all the websites. I can get them excited. I could show them how much I'm willing to help them the first 3 or 4 weeks, sharing the plan, showing the opportunity to their friends. Just put people in front of me, but you can't make them take that next step. So of those 37 people, 21 of them became executives. 21 of them decided to put people in front of me, decided to invest their time in using the products and learning more, and put people in front of me, just shadow me while we shared the plan with their friends, pressed play in a video, shared some links, answered questions, did one-on-ones or three-way calls, and 21 of those people became executives in my business, okay? But you still can't make them put the time, the real time into this business. You'll find that most people have excuses. And it's only their own excuse to make them believe themselves why they can't succeed or why they won't do the business. Whether it's, oh, I have kids, I have a family, I have, my wife and kids. When I get home, I have to put my time into them, or my husband and my kids to take care of, or I already have a full-time job, or I work two jobs already. They're the ones that decided to join Jeunesse. They joined on their own without you. You're just trying to help them, okay? But then you have the other types of people who let their excuses become the reason why they're doing the business. I'm going to do this business because I have kids. I'm going to do this business because I want to be at home with my family. I'm going to do this business because I hate what I'm doing every single day, and I can't see myself doing it for the next 20 years. Right? You have those types of people. The number one distributor on my team, who's a double diamond, is Stefania Logato. And she lives in Dubai. She's from Italy. I met her in Portugal. And she told me before she started network marketing, she said, I'm a single mom. My husband just divorced me. He left me with nothing. I have my 3 boys to take care of. Do you think I can become successful? And I said, I think anybody can become successful, but you have to want it for yourself. I'll give you all the tools, I'll give you all the resources, I'll give you all the support, but at the end of the day, you have to do the work. So how bad do you want it? And in a matter of a couple years, she became a diamond on my team, and today she's the top earning person in my business, makes even more than me. And she has her 3 boys, she lives in Dubai now, and she's an incredible, incredible person. And she just went out and sacrificed. I remember traveling with her, and I'm like trying to remind her, we have to eat, Stefania. And she's like, we have to keep going, you know? And she would work off, you know, no food and no sleep until she finally, you know, obviously had to eat, had to sleep more. But I'm just saying, that's how bad she wanted it. She let the reason for her drive in this business was her children, okay? Their future, what she can do for them, the example she can set for them, letting them know that it doesn't matter what happens in your life, it's up to you. You can create your own destiny. And it didn't matter that the dad did this or that they were left in those circumstances. She created her life the way that she wanted it to. And I'm just telling you that if it wasn't for me building in depth, I would have never identified her, okay? Of the 21 people on my team who became executives, 7 of those people treated it like a real business, meaning they did the business with or without me, right? If I couldn't go help them do the meeting tonight, they went and did it on their own. All they needed was the PowerPoint, and that was it, okay? The people at the meeting don't know the information that's going to be given that night. The only information they get is what you give them. So don't worry about what you forgot or what you left out because they don't know. Okay? If they're looking for an opportunity, they're going to say yes that night. If they're not, they're always going to say no. But I'm telling you that those 7 people did the business with or without me. They bought the ticket to the next event without me promoting it. They were there whether I was there or not. They wanted it for themselves. They were not doing it because of me. They had their own reasons to do it. From those 7 people in my business that very first year, okay, who most of them already had full-time jobs, the time that they had open, they sacrificed for a better future. But from those 7 people, 4,000 people ended up in our business after that first year. 90% of them were customers. The majority of them were customers, okay? 10% were people building a business, attempting to have success. But from those 4,000 people, I became the youngest millionaire in my company that very first year. And I realized duplication. I realized building depth, and that's what it's about, okay? The leaders on your team are not going to be anybody you personally enrolled. Those 7 people, okay, were identified through building depth. And what I mean is that when I brought people into my business who were brand new, they introduced me to their network. I shared the plan. I answered questions. We did the 3-way calls. We signed people up. And with every new person came a new opportunity for us to be introduced to a new network again. And those new people introduced us to 2 people. And sooner or later, I started to break off to help some people. The people that I brought in started to break off and help some people, but I kept on repeating that process in depth until I identified somebody that really wanted this business bad. Until I identified somebody that said, hey, I have an office of 15 or 20 people who I want to share this business with. Can you come do that for me? They weren't my direct, they were someone else's, but I would go that way. And through that office, I would find a woman who said, hey, I can do this every single Tuesday night at my house. I want to share this business with my friends. I want to create a huge business through it. And I'd go help her. And I would continue that process until I found somebody in depth that would secure that line. And that would be the relationship I'd keep. And I'd work with them and build it up as big as possible. And when they became independent within 4 or 5 weeks, they would just take it off on their own. And I'd go build on a new line and build in depth. But it's taprooting. It's building deep. Most people in network marketing, they think this business is about just sponsoring until someone becomes a diamond. Okay? You're wasting your time, and what happens is, as you keep sponsoring wider and wider and wider, you're taking your attention away from the people that are already in your business, who need help and support, and what happens is they start quitting one by one, all the while you're bringing in a new person one by one. So if you can just sponsor a group of people, okay, and build in depth until you identify leaders, you're going to create duplication in your business so that way later you can go continue to sponsor and sponsor and sponsor. It's just building, focus on, if you're brand new, focus on becoming a sapphire. You're not going to just sponsor 12 people and become a sapphire. Focus on, my goal every year is to bring 40 new people into my business every single year. That's been my goal for the last 12 years, okay? And that's not a lot of people, to tell you the truth. Okay, how many weeks are there in a year? 52? Yes. 52 weeks in a year, okay? And 40 of those weeks, I'm signing one new person. Meaning 12 weeks, I can just go take a vacation if I want. For 3 full months, okay? So I'm just telling you, it's just, how do you simplify it in your mind? That helps you believe that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to in this business. You just have to know your numbers. I know that if I want to sponsor 40 people this year, that's about 3 new people a month. And if I want to sponsor 3 new people per month, then I need to go speak to, what are my numbers? Maybe 10 to 15 new people this month about my business. And from those 10 to 15 people, 3 new people will join. And I also know my numbers in that out of every 10 people I personally enroll into my business, out of every 10, over the next 90 days, 1 of them is going to treat it like a business. Only 1. I don't become emotionally discouraged because 9 people aren't taking advantage of the opportunity, because 9 people aren't here today at the regional when a double diamond flew all the way from California. I never become discouraged. I just look for that 1 in the seat who's here, and that tells me who I need to work with. I'm going to work with them in their line because they want it more than the other 9. Okay? And I know that 1 out of every 10 is going to treat this like a business. And I know that every single year out of every 40, 1 is going to become a superstar. I don't expect to have 10 new leaders this year. Every year, I just want 1 new big leader out of the 40 that I bring in. Right? And out of the 4 that take it seriously, eventually, over time, they're going to have an enormous amount of success too. It's about knowing your numbers, right? Building in depth, identifying leaders. Not 1 diamond on my team was personally enrolled by me. Not 1. They were all identified in depth. Even my personal lines. Of course, they have to be my personal lines, but it doesn't mean I have to personally sponsor them. It's just someone in that line that's a diamond that got me to double diamond. 2 of those people. And it's just building, building, building like that. And once you have a foundation like that and leaders, you don't have to spend all of your time sponsoring 50, 100 new people. You can work with those teams as much as you want. You can be a servant-driven leader for the rest of your life if you want, just calling those people saying, hey, next month I'm going to be in your country. Where do you want me? What meeting can I go help with? What new person is in your business that really deserves me to come there? You know, and the next month you can pick a whole other leader. And the next month you can pick another leader. You can just become servant-driven and just serve your teams. You know, or you can do a little bit of both, which I'm going to teach in a second. But building in depth, taprooting, bringing a person in your business and building that as deep as you can down by having new people put their network in front of you. And with every new person becomes a new opportunity for you to reach out, introduce yourself, and say, hey, who can I help speak to you about Jeunesse? Who do you know that I can help share the Jeunesse business with? I want you to shadow me and watch me share the business with your friends. Watch what I do until you learn how to do it yourself. And I don't do everything for everybody, okay? I did that when I first started, and that was a mistake. Because once I removed myself from my business didn't grow because I was the reason why it was growing so much. I did everything for everybody. What I like to do is I like to stay with new people for 4 weeks, okay? 4 weeks, they have the opportunity to put as many people in front of me as they want to shadow me. And over those 4 weeks, I can do a meeting for them in their home or at their office or in front of their friends for coffee. It doesn't matter. And what I like to do is I like to let them do a little bit more of the meeting as time goes on. So I'll do the entire thing for them the first week or the first 2 weeks. And then the next time I'll make them do the introduction. And the next time I'll make them do a part of the meeting until finally they do 25, 50%, 75%, and then they're on their own. That was the best thing that my sponsor could do for me when I did network marketing. He helped me for my first 4 weeks. He did my meetings, he did my one-on-ones, he even did a couple trainings for me. But then one day he said, hey, you got to do your own meeting tonight. And I was so scared, right? And I remember I had 4 people in my home, and I remember I couldn't make eye contact with anybody. I was fumbling around my words, but they saw the opportunity through the video that I pressed play on. They saw they saw through all of my fumbling and stumbling of my words through the PowerPoint that they can read themselves. So it didn't matter. The people that were looking saw an opportunity, and some of them said, I could do it better than him. But I want to do this business because there's a lot of success that can happen here. And that's what people have to understand. But he let me do it on my own. And after I did my first meeting, I did the next one, and I didn't let him do any more for me. I did it on my own. And of course, I sharpened my skills. I went and I found an $800 class, public speaking class one weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and it was for 4 hours a day, and it was just introduction to public speaking. And that 2-day course didn't teach me everything about public speaking, but what it did for me was build my belief. I felt confident enough, I felt qualified to speak in front of people, right? Because I took a class, right? So I'm just telling you, like, belief is huge in this business. Whatever you can do outside of this company, outside of Jeunesse, to build your skills and develop some things that you lack in, do it, because it gives you the confidence and belief to go speak to people, to go talk to people. You'll feel confident enough to feel like you're a professional in this area of your work. It's important, okay? Now, something that a mentor once told me was, that which is measured can be improved. He always told me to measure all of my activities, okay? I'm telling you guys about numbers, okay? I'm telling you guys about numbers. When I sponsor people, It's not just the new person I sponsored yesterday. What did it take for me to get that person sponsored? How many people did I have to talk to have that last person sponsor me? So I always write down, I measure everything because that's how I set my goals. That's why I can tell you, if I want to sponsor one new person this week, I got to speak to 3. I know my numbers. So always measure everything, okay? How many new customers did you bring in your business? How many new business builders did you bring in your business? How many new relationships have you built in depth in your organization this month? Write those things down because it also tells you that you're working. Most people think they're working when they're not. They think just because they're busy, they're being productive when they're not. They think just because they went to the regional this week, they worked Jeunesse this month, but they really aren't, okay? So you have to measure things so you know what you're doing. Don't be busy, be productive. Do things that are going to move you in the direction of your goals. Don't do things that are going to keep you in the same place today that you'll be the same day next year, the same time, okay? Always measure your things, so I always have to keep myself in check. And there are many times when I force myself every Sunday night to write down what I did last week and what I'm going to do this week, and I find myself falling backwards, not doing enough, not doing what I'm supposed to. My goal in my business, no matter what my income level is, no matter what my rank is to be an example for my team. I like being a leader that leads by example. When I train my team and I teach my team, I want them to see me doing what I'm teaching. I want them to see me sponsoring new people, see me travel and do new meetings, see me sharing new rank pictures of new people on my new teams. Because I want them to see, wow, he's still building and he's a double diamond. He does what he teaches. It's important. But I'm always measuring everything. So all the things that I teach, you have to measure. And this 80-20 rule is the final thing I want to teach you today, okay? 80-20 rule. Most people have this backwards, okay? This 80-20 rule. Most people in network marketing spend their time, 80% of their time, working with their team, managing what's going on their team, calling the people on their team, looking at their back office to see what their team's doing, how many new points are going through your organization, how many new people join, but you're not doing any of that stuff yourself. It's called management mode. And if you understand what I just taught you in the slide before, is that your team does what you do. So if you look at your virtual office and you see nothing going on, ask yourself this question: what about me? What's going on with me? And if it matches what you're seeing, then you understand the rule I'm sharing with you is you have to lead by example. Your team does not work from what you teach them. They work from what they see you doing. People listen with their eyes, not with their ears in this business. They get all the information here, they take all the notes, but at the end of the day, they're looking at the person teaching. Are they doing that? And that is what is telling them it does work what he teaches. It does work what she teaches because she's doing it herself in her business. So let's go out and do it. Okay? So don't spend 80% of your time watching your business, okay? Or watching your team. Don't spend 80% of your time managing your team. Spend 80% of your time building your business because that's the best thing you can do for your team. Right? If you want your business to grow, then you have to grow yourself and watch your team follow. Watch everything manifest and everything match what you're doing in your organization. I have new teams in New York right now. I have new teams in Southern California right now. And my team all around the world sees it, especially my leaders. When they see I have 20 to 25 new prospects at the fly-ins every single month in Orlando, you know what they do? They get 20 to 25 new prospects at their own fly-ins in Italy or in Dubai. They're matching what I'm doing. Of course, on the webinars, I'm telling them what we should be doing, but at the end of the day, they're matching what I do. When I'm sponsoring, they're sponsoring. When my teams are growing, they're in their teams in depth, helping those teams grow. So what I do is I spend 80% of my time not managing my team, not working in my organization. I spend 80% of my time building my business with new teams, building depth with new organizations so my team can see that. And I spend 20% of my time managing my teams, my existing teams, my existing leaders. 20% of my time working with them because I want them to become independent. If I'm 80% of my time with my leaders and in their groups, they're depending on me. 20% of the time gives them the sense that I'm there to support them, but I'm not there to build their business for them. And they do it on their own. And 80% of the time, if I'm building the business, that means that the majority of the time they're seeing me work in the trenches and they're following what I do. So you have to understand that rule. So today, from what I've taught you today, how much time have I spent already? Okay. Perfect time, right? Okay, so what I've taught you today is to focus on those 3 things, okay? Focus on creating a base income for your business. There should be no month when you're making 0, or else you shouldn't be here. That's the truth, unless you're a customer. Create a base income. Create a guaranteed residual passive income from customers. Go find people who just genuinely want to use our products. Don't scare them away with the business. The business can come second for them when they get their real testimony. Then spend time with people you know who are S's, I's, and O's. Successful, influential, or outgoing. Those are the people who will really take off in this business. Look for those people to become business builders. Even before they become customers, they become business builders because they see an opportunity here, but they've heard incredible stories from your customers. Okay? That's the second thing. And then the third thing is build depth, because that's where you identify your leaders. Don't spend all your time sponsoring the world because you're looking for your next diamond. If you have your foundation, if you have a group of people set to help you go sapphire, work within those teams, work in depth to identify the people who want it even more than you do, or as much as you do, so that you can create duplication in your organization. And then remember the 80-20 rule. 80% of your time should be spent doing business building activities, income generating activities, enrolling new people, working in depth, training your teams, attending events yourself. Okay? So your team sees what you're doing, so your team follows what you do, and spend 20% of your time with your leaders, with the people who deserve your time, helping support those teams, helping with meetings, helping with webinars, and doing those things. And you will have an amazing amount of success in this business. My goal here today was not to share with you my secret. There is no secret, like I told you. If there was a secret, I would just tell you it's just hard work. It's applying myself day in and day out. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you will have a lifestyle that double diamonds have. I don't have to travel anywhere again. I don't have to sponsor another person if I don't want to. But the only reason I do that is because I want my team to see me working. I want my team to see me doing the things I'm telling them to do. But I enjoy my life now, traveling around the world. My greatest success, I would say, is outside of the business. It's the lifestyle that I've been able to provide for my wife and kids. Right? The fact that my wife can be with my 2 daughters right now, both their soccer tournaments, while I'm here in Montreal, giving myself to you guys. And the fact that we, next week, we'll be in Rome on our North American incentive trip. And then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, we'll be in Bora Bora at the Four Seasons Resort. You know? And then the next month for my wife's birthday, we'll be on the European incentive trip to Bali, Indonesia. And it's all free because of the time I'm putting into serving people. And I want my kids to see that, and the fact that my kids are in the private schools and I can help coach their soccer teams, and we never miss our award ceremonies. Those are the things that you don't realize when you say yes to network marketing that it's going to give you later. That's worth any amount of money that you get paid every single week. Because the fact is that once your bills are paid and you have no stress, no more liabilities to think about, the rest of the money is just sitting in your bank, or it's invested, or people are asking you for money. Right? It doesn't matter anymore. The greatest asset is your time. The time that you have now to enjoy the things that you love. Right? So I wish you guys the best of success. I pray for your guys' success. I prayed for you before I came today to speak to you guys. And I want nothing but success for each and every one of you guys. And I hope that you guys enjoy the fruits of your labor and you guys have a fulfilling life with Janess. Thank you guys. Good luck. God bless you.